Hey everybody, it's Mike again. I'm back with video number 10. This one I want to concentrate on my punk collection. Uh, it's not huge by any stretch of the imagination. It is not even in the same stratosphere as Vinyl Richie, but I do have a few and I just wanted to talk about them. I think I do have a couple here and there that I haven't seen before on YouTube mentioned by anybody with their punk collections, so I wanted to talk a little bit about those, and the rest of them I'm just going to kind of rifle through because there's no point in me going on and on about records that have been talked about so many times by a lot of people that are a lot more well informed than I am. And I mean, I grew up listening to these bands, but I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm just going to go through them like my collection alphabetical order, and I'll mix in some 7 inches where they apply. First record I have is Agent Orange, Living in Darkness. Love this album. I grew up in Florida, on the Gulf Coast of Florida, in kind of a surfer town kind of neighborhood. People didn't really surf because there really weren't many waves on the Gulf Coast, but we still kind of had that surfer kind of vibe out on Anna Maria Island. Bradenton, Florida is where I grew up. So Agent Orange was always being played by everybody who was into the punk scene down there. So love this album. Great, Agent Orange. The next band, I love this band, Bad Brains. Finally got this released recently. I've seen some people have like a splatter vinyl for this release. I've seen this a lot, so I'm not going to go into any kind of detail. There's the back cover, but this is the latest release. I bought this at Zia Records here, local record store, used new record store here in Phoenix. And it didn't have the splatter vinyl. It had this kind of green with black kind of splatter swirls inside the green. So that was a little bit different. And I don't know about anybody else. I haven't seen any. Did anybody get this fanzine kind of thing? It's kind of like a Xerox little fanzine that came with it. They handed it to me at the counter. So I don't know if this is like a Zia thing or if everybody got one of these. I'm just curious. You can answer in the comments or whatever. Love Bad Brains. I still need to get Rock for Light. I think that's coming, being reissued in September, so I'll pick that up. And Eye Against Eye, I'd like to get that one also if I can find it. The next band is a band, like I said, I grew up in the Gulf Coast of Florida. This is a local band, Belching Penguin, Draft Beer Not Me. I graduated high school with the drummer, know the band pretty well. I used to go and watch them practice in like a storage unit that they had rented out, and we'd go there and be a bunch of underage high school drinking beer and hanging out and listening to the band, and they were awesome. I saw them open for a bunch of bands, including like Circle Jerks in Tampa. They opened up for them. I definitely remember that concert. A lot of the other times I saw them, they were just, playing a solo show. But this is what it looks like on the back cover. That's the band playing live there. Jeff on bass and Zach on vocals. Ron, the drummer, back here, I believe. He's not even pictured there. And then Eric on guitar. Awesome band. If you're into like DRI, it's kind of more heavier. Suicidal Tendencies, DRI, kind of almost on the brink of before they went metal, when they were just really hardcore punk. If you like that brand of hardcore punk, Belching Penguin is awesome. Check them out. You can order their stuff still on Discogs, and I believe they're even on like iTunes. Fantastic. This is what the label looks like. Black vinyl. Just a list of all the songs. God, there's a ton of songs too. I forget how many, but I think about 18 or so songs on there. And on the back cover is the drummer Ron, my friend, with a beer bottle in his mouth. So that's Belching Penguin. I also recently ordered this. It's a 7-inch of some demos and some songs that they released after that album that I just showed you, and then some demos of some other songs. So it's pretty cool. It's from 1985 to 1988, these recordings. It's pretty awesome. It comes with this big fold-out deal. a bunch of inserts and pictures and stuff. It means a lot to me because I remember this stuff personally, but check them out. They're a really fantastic hardcore band. Belching Penguin, draft beer, not me. Let's see, the next, love Black Flag. I've got both. I've got Damaged and Loose Nut. Not both, meaning that's their only albums. They have a lot more albums than this. But this is my favorite. I saw them in concert at Tampa at the Cuban Club. I guess it was '85, and got to see Henry Rollins do this music. It was pretty awesome. I think Des Cadena, his band, opened for them, DC3, I think they were called. But it was a great show, awesome to see. That's kind of why I love this album, is because I got to actually, there's that connection to me actually seeing them perform for that tour. Damage is great too. I love this album. Of course, it's classic. It's one of the best, if not the best, punk albums ever made. So I've got that. Not a big deal. Everybody who has a punk collection has that album. Probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, punk band though, is the Circle Jerks, Golden Shower of Hits. I've got this. Again, a lot of people have that. Group Sex, this is the 40th anniversary with the colored vinyl and all that, and the booklet. Love this very much too, Circle Jerks. This album I'm going to talk a little bit about. I heard Vinyl Richie mention the name, but I don't remember ever seeing him have any of the records. I think maybe he had a compilation with them on it, maybe. I'm not sure, but they're a great band. They're out of San Francisco, and they started out they're kind of the culmination of two different bands splitting and becoming Code of Honor. This album is called Fight or Die, by the way. It's a split LP. So one side of this is Code of Honor. The other side is this band called Sick Pleasure. This is a band that was predated Code of Honor. And the other band that merged with them is this band called Society Dog. If you recognize that cover, that's the Dead Kennedys Plastic Surgery Disasters cover too. They both use this cover. Here's the back. The singer for Society Dog, his name is Jonathan Christ. He was Society Dog, I think this is their only release. He left Society Dog and became the singer of Code of Honor. And the band, the rest of the band, came from Sick Pleasure. So the singer for Sick Pleasure went off to do whatever. So they became Code of Honor. And you hear a lot of similarities between the guitars in Sick Pleasure and the vocals in obviously in Society Dog. So San Francisco hardcore punk, skate punk, really good bands. Actually, all of these are good. Sick Pleasure is good. It's just different. The vocals are, the guy's got a really scratchy, raspy voice. It's just a different kind of feel. Whereas Jonathan Christ is more of the snarky kind of indignant punk kind of voice, a little smoother, nicer on the ears, but just really indignant and angry, and really good punk. I enjoy it. The labels here, this is on, it says Radiation. This is a reissue. Originally, I believe they were on Subterranean Records. I believe so. Yeah, I believe it was on Subterranean. Anyway, I ordered it through mail order way back when, and sold it a long time ago, and just recently bought it again. The next band, obviously, Dead Kennedys, Plastic Surgery Disasters. Love this. At one point in time, they were my favorite band overall. Not just favorite punk band, but just favorite band. In God We Trust, and excuse me, Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables. I can't even think right now. I'm confused because I was going to talk about something. This album, Fresh Fruit, it comes with a poster. It advertised it on the little label that it came out with a two-sided poster, fold-out poster, fold-out. So you're thinking fold-out, okay, it's the size of the record, and then you fold it out and it becomes really huge. Well, this is the poster. They folded it up into this little square. I feel like this was something off of like the wish.com or something, because it's so completely ridiculous. I'm gonna have to find another copy that has like a full-size poster, because this is absurd. It's got like lyrics printed but it's so freaking tiny, it's completely unintelligible. It's like 2-point type, 1-point type. It's ridiculous. Anyway, Dead Kennedys. I've also got a few 7-inches that I got back in the day. Bleed for Me, with the B-side of Life Sentence. Nazi Punks Fuck Off with Moral Majority on the B-side. And Halloween with Saturday Night Holocaust on the B-side. So all those alternative tentacles. Next band, Incredible Shrinking Dickies. Love them. I used to have Dawn of the Dickies and Stukas Over Disneyland 2 on vinyl, but sold all those way back when. I just recently purchased this. Got it. It's on yellow vinyl. But this is my favorite of theirs. Give It Back and Paranoid, and so many great songs on this album. I love it. That's the Incredible Shrinking Dickies. Next band, DRI. I love this kind of, I mean, it's just so freaking hardcore punk. It's so fast. The songs range anywhere from, I don't know, a minute down to like 30 seconds. I don't know. It's just so fast and aggressive, and it's just it's my kind of punk. I also have a 7-inch Violent Pacification 7-inch single, or not a single, but I guess it's got 50 songs on it because their songs are so short. It actually has, what, 1, 2, 3, it's got 5 songs. It's got Violent Pacification on one side and then 4 songs on the other side. Dirty Rotten Imbeciles, pretty awesome. The next one, I talked about this on a previous video. Band out of Boston, a new band, hardcore punk. They're awesome. I love this band. I won't go into any kind of details, like I already did, but definitely check this out if you're looking for some new punk that sounds as good as the old stuff. 7-inch also that they have. I ordered this, I believe, off of, I don't remember where I got this, but I think it was Discogs. Anyway, Exit Order out of Boston. This album, Seeds of Hysteria is the name of the album. And the 7-inch, I don't know, Take the Bait is the first song on it. I don't know what they call this particular release. Next one, Fear, the record. Love this. I've always loved this. Just classic punk rock album. I used to have it on cassette back in the day, and now I have it on vinyl finally, and it's a pink vinyl. Love Fear. Their second album, More Beer, it's okay, but I prefer the record better. So again, that was Fear, the record. The next band I haven't seen talked about anywhere. I think Vinyl Richie did mention the band's name, but I don't think he has any of their records per se. I don't think he particularly liked it. The song that he had, I think he had it in a compilation. I'm going to kind of cover this a little bit because it's Ism is the name of the band, A Diet for Worms, and it's got this baby coming right out of the birth canal right there on the front. And I don't know what the deal is with YouTube, but I'm not going to risk it. This is the back of the album. Out of New York, fantastic. It's just weird. They're strange. It's punk, but it's I just showed it. It's punk, but they add keyboards. It's just wacky. Their stuff is kind of weird and strange and wacky. But when they do hardcore punk, they're really awesome. Came with this insert, which is really nice. All the lyrics on the other side, so you can sing along. The lead singer's name is Jism, so Jism sings for Ism. Green vinyl record. Well, it's kind of a bluish, I guess a teal, dark teal vinyl. I've got a couple of releases of theirs. The other one I have just on MP3, but it's like a best of Ism. But they do a cover of I Think I Love You by the Partridge Family, and it's just awesome. It's just such a great parody cover of that song. And they have a song called Moon the Moonies, which is awesome. And then another song, one of my favorites, is Constantinople. And I believe it's a Residents song originally, so they do a cover of the Residents' Constantinople. And it's like a lot of keyboards. It has this really kind of basic simplicity to it, almost like an old like B-52 song, but it's kind of punk, and it's just nuts. I love that song. So Ism is a band to look out for. Minor Threat, classic, belongs in everybody's hardcore collection. Blue vinyl on Discord. Love them. I used to have Out of Step and Salad Days, and I don't have it on vinyl anymore. I can still listen to it. It's on my computer, but they're awesome. I didn't venture into the whole Fugazi thing. I kind of lost interest. I just like Minor Threat. So next one, Suicidal Tendencies, classic again. Love this album. Love it, love it, love it. This is a re-release, obviously, purple vinyl. Just fantastic. So many freaking great songs in this song. I didn't follow them into their kind of metal kind of phase that they're in or whatever, but this album, it's a staple. I'm always putting that in. Oh, I forgot a couple of 7 inches. Flipper, Sex Bomb. I remember being, God, I was so young when I discovered this band and heard this song. It's just hilarious. Sex Bomb with the B-side. God, I forget. Maybe, no, that's not the song. Oh, it's Brain Damage, I think, is what the B-side is. And I believe it's on color. Yeah, it's on red vinyl. I know Vinyl Richie has a copy of this. It's a little bit different, though. I think his has one fish on the cover, maybe, and this has got a bunch of fishes. So I don't know. It looks like it's handmade, so probably just somebody spazzed out and did a whole bunch of them. Flipper, great freaking band. They're insane, but they're great. Another local band out of Venice, Florida, so just south of where I grew up. This band No Fraud, check them out. They're really good, hardcore. They have like a best of album that you can purchase. I don't know if you were able to find this 7-inch. I bought it way back, in the 80s. Really good, Venice, Florida. And then the last, to finish it all off, X, one of my all-time favorite bands, period. I've got Wild Gift, Under the Big Black Sun, and More Fun in the New World. I think people don't really talk about this album. I think it's my favorite X album. I don't know. I waffle between this and Under the Big Black Sun, but I love this album. It's just, I put it on side A, side B. It just goes by so fast, and I love every song pretty much. I don't have Los Angeles, and I know that that's like a cardinal sin, but I don't know. That album doesn't really do it for me. I mean, I've got it on a CD and I've got it on my computer, but what is it? The World's a Mess, It's in My Kiss. That is one of my favorite X songs, but the rest of the album, I don't know. It doesn't really do it for me. I prefer the next 3. So anyway, that's my punk collection. Hopefully this didn't go too long. That's what I've got, and I love hardcore punk. I don't really listen to a lot of the 70s early punk stuff. It doesn't really, the faster the better as far as I'm concerned. So that's what I'm into. A lot of other bands that I don't have here on vinyl because I just haven't found it yet. I mean, stuff like MDC and Government Issue. There's just so many bands out there that are really good, but I just don't have representation on vinyl. But anyway, thanks for watching, and continue having a great weekend. I just did a video this morning, and this is my second one. So continue enjoying your weekend, and peace. See ya.